And you're watching.
And you're watching. And you're watching.
Good morning, TD students, and welcome to The Pulse. My name is Wale, and this is Emma.
Today, the Advice Gurus will answer a viewer question, Duncan will fill us in on his review of Bears, and we'll hear where the grade 12s are going next year.
But first, let's take it back to the 17th century with the grade 9's Romeo and Juliet videos.
Romeo and Juliet, a story we are all familiar with, told from many different angles by Mr. Green's grade 9 English class. 7 videos were planned, filmed, and edited.
You best be watching this movie.
To reflect on Shakespeare's play. The variety of movies include a musical, movie trailers, and versions of High School Musical and Batman. There were also alternate endings to the familiar drama. Here's one of the finished videos.
There is succession. Someone has their eye on her. A stalker.
I'm Tasha Orlandi from The Pulse.
Emma, how long is your bus ride?
It's about an hour. How about you?
Mine's 10 minutes.
What?
Yep.
Well, Rebecca and Nicole have done some research on who has the longest bus ride to school. Here they are now.
Hi, I'm Rebecca from The Pulse, and today we'll be figuring out which student has the longest commute to school. Where do you live?
The Holland Marsh, Etobicoke, Ontario. Bolton, Bradford.
We live in Brampton, Ontario.
I live in Mississauga, Woodbridge.
Mount Albert.
Thornhill. And how long is your commute to school?
It's 25 minutes.
30 minutes.
On bus, it's about an hour.
In the morning, it takes about 15 minutes, and in the afternoon, it's over an hour.
On a bus, it's an hour.
On a bus, it's usually around 40 minutes.
About an hour and 30 minutes.
Half an hour.
I'm Hannah Hilliard, and I'm in grade 9.
I'm Lauren, I'm in grade 9.
I'm Garrett Toomersma, and I'm in grade 9.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm in grade 12.
So where do you live?
I live in Orangeville.
How do you get to school?
By a bus.
How long is your commute to school?
Maybe an hour and a half.
So where do you live?
Orangeville.
And how do you get to school?
By bus.
And how long is your commute to school?
2 hours.
Where do you live?
Newmarket.
How do you get to school?
By bus, and it takes about an hour and 45 minutes to get to school.
So where do you live?
I live about 20 minutes north of Orangeville, just outside of a town called Shelburne.
How do you get to school?
I drive about 20 minutes to my bus stop, and then my bus ride's about an hour and 20 minutes.
All right. So how long is your commute to school?
Hour and 40 minutes total.
What time do you get up at?
6 o'clock.
And are you the first person on the bus?
I am.
What do you do for those 2 hours?
I sit there, I read sometimes.
I procrastinate homework.
From the Pauls, I'm Rebecca Smith, signing out.
You know, Emma, we're in grade 12 and there are a lot of things that we don't know about.
Like what?
Praise band, for example. If you want to join praise band, this next story is for you.
So what instrument do you play?
I play the piano.
So do you like praise band?
Yeah, I do like praise band. It's kind of fun just hanging out with a bunch of weird people once a week and just doing weird things and playing music.
So would you recommend praise band to people?
I would recommend it if you play an instrument or sing, if you don't mind doing that at assemblies in front of a lot of people. I mean, if you're really shy, that's probably not a good thing.
So Mr. Kim, can you tell us a little bit about how the praise band works?
Yeah, so we meet every Tuesday after school, and we basically set up, and we play songs, we sing, and we have a good time.
So would you recommend praise band?
Yes, if you think that you have what it takes to sing, to play instruments, and have passion for worship, then you are by all means welcome to join us. But you got to be good, like really good.
So if you have any more questions about the praise band, you can go ask Mr. Kim. For The Pulse, I'm Joseph DeCaro.
Grandparents' Day at TD is as old a tradition as the grandparents themselves.
Here's Brittany with the latest news on that special day.
I'm here with my grandson Spencer, trying to keep an eye on him so that he doesn't get into trouble. And his grandma told me that when something happens and they have assembly and they're singing, he has to open his mouth and sing out loud. Okay, Spencer?
Sure.
Good morning, Brooke. Doc and Beth arrived, left at 7 o'clock this morning, but we're here enjoying coffee now. So we hope to see you in a little while. And we always look forward to these great days at the high school. Okay, see you later.
On May 1st, Grandparents' Day is coming to TD Christian. Let's go check it out. Are you bringing your grandparents to Grandparents' Day?
Yes.
I am.
Why?
Because they're cool.
No.
Why?
They're in Korea.
Oh.
I think so.
Are you bringing your grandparents to Grandparents' Day?
Yeah. I don't have any grandparents.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
Why?
Because I want them to see the school.
Hi. Here I am with my favorite grandchild. She is serving us personally here.
Hi.
We love her. Okay.
Still to come.
We'll see what goes on behind the pulse.
And we get to learn all about Mr. Heimbach.
Don't go away.
How long have you been teaching here in TD?
I, along with Mr. Terpstra, Mrs. Templeton, who was Miss Campbell at the time, and Mr. Freeman and Mr. Vreeling were hired in 2001. So this is our 13th year here.
Where do you live?
I live in Georgetown.
How do you like being a gym teacher at TD?
It's a great job. I get to play in the gym all day or watch kids play in the gym all day, just having fun and having a good time, and occasionally I get to yell at kids.
Where'd you go to university?
I went to 3 different schools for university. I went to the University of Western Ontario for a year for kinesiology, and then I went to Briarcrest Bible College out in Saskatchewan for youth ministry for a year, and then I ended up at Redeemer University College for teacher education, where I graduated from there.
As a guidance counselor, what's the biggest thing you would like to tell to your students about the future?
Mostly I'd just say there isn't one. No, seriously. I would just say to relax. You can always change your mind. You don't have to decide right now. But start thinking about it, and hopefully try and find something that you like doing. And that's probably the most important thing, which is kind of a cliche, but it's true.
What were you like in high school?
I was 6'3". Now answer it for real. In high school, I was a pretty good kid, actually. Most people don't believe that, but I didn't drink, smoke, or do any of that kind of stuff. Everyone kind of knew who I was because I played sports, I did music. So I don't want to say I was popular because that sounds cocky, but I was pretty popular.
What's the best part of your job?
Being interviewed by Toby. But talking to students one-on-one, I like talking to students one-on-one and just getting to know them and finding out what's going on, and particularly when there's kids that have issues and being able to help them out. So the guidance part of my job I really like, and also doing athletic director, I really enjoy that.
What's the worst part about your job?
Being interviewed by Toby.
If you were not a teacher here in TD, what would you be doing?
I'd be a professional athlete. No, I would probably be in physiotherapy or chiropractic or something like that. I enjoy learning about muscles and bones and those kinds of things. So I probably would have continued on with kinesiology and done that.
Tell us about your family.
I have a wife and 3 little boys. I have an 8-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And they're a handful.
In your opinion, what's the best sport?
Well, I gotta go with hockey because I love hockey and I still play hockey regularly, but I also enjoy basketball and soccer, but I gotta go with hockey on that one.
Emma, I understand what you're feeling.
Okay.
After a long, heartbreaking breakup.
Well,
Shh. It's okay. You need professional. You need the advice gurus.
One love. One love. Oh, crap. Okay. All right. Just cut the music, All right. Welcome to the Advice Gurus.
Well, once again, I'm Professor Brett McFarland.
And I'm Dr. Adam Cook.
Usually, we'll go in depth on one question, but today we'll be doing multiple questions.
Rapid fire questions. Vít.
Dude, they don't speak Russian.
Let's get to those questions.
So, for our flash questions, Homeroom 28 has some burning questions. How do I become more desirable at school?
Well, as usual, I know a lot about this topic. You see, when I was younger, people thought I was a little weird, but then I decided I'm just gonna be myself, and people accepted me for who I was. So if you want to become more desirable at school, just let your personality flow.
Well, enough of that garbage. If you want to become more desirable at school, there are 3 simple steps to get you where you want to be. Step number 1, you've got to have swag. Step number 2, you got to break the rules. And step number 3, you got to get the babes.
It's always babes with you, isn't it?
What's wrong with babes? It's without babes, what is life?
Next question.
Will you go to prom with us?
We're so lonely. We would love to, but we're sorry to inform you that we are already in a relationship.
We got babes! Both of us!
Yes, we do both have babes. We are both in a steady relationship.
Mine's hot.
No, not with each other. Why is Homeroom 28 better than your homeroom?
It's not. Thank you, Mr. Robinson's Homeroom 28, for your questions and contribution to our show.
We appreciate it.
Our next and final question is from David Alcama, and he asks, when a sample of lava solidified, it contained 27.4 milligrams of uranium-238, which has a half-life of 4.5 times 10 to the 9th, an annum of year. If that lava sample was later found to contain only 18.3 milligrams of uranium-238, how many years have passed since the lava solidified?
Well, David, as usual, this is another topic I know very...
Dude, I got this.
Okay.
So first you have to take 4.5 times 10 to the power of 9 and multiply it out, which equals 4,500,000,000 years. Then because the half-life of 27.4 milligrams is 13.7 milligrams, it's a guess and check to find out how long it takes for 18.7 milligrams to be found in the lava. We found out that 1/3 works. So you take 27.4 and multiply it by 1/3, and it equals 9.1. Then you subtract 27.4 from 9.1, which equals negative 18.3. That is the amount of U-238 found in the lava after the period of time that it had been sitting. Next, you take the 4,500,000,000 and multiply it by 1/3, which gives you your final answer. The lava had been sitting for 1,485,000,000 years. And that's how it's done.
Why should anybody believe you?
I'm a professor.
Says who?
Honestly, man?
Yeah.
I have a degree.
From where?
The internet.
That doesn't count at all. You could have gotten it if you printed it off Google.
Dude, where else do you think I got it? But it's on my wall. I framed it.
Yeah, frames make everything work.
It's...
What, you think I'm going to put a fake $1 million bill in a frame and, oh, I'm a millionaire?
It's legit, man. It's legit.
How is it legit?
As soon as you frame it, it's legit.
You're a fraud!
Dude, that hurts.
I don't care about your life.
.com is the way to go, man. Not cool.
Apologies go, this one wasn't lightning fast, but Justin Trudeau did admit today that
he did watch The Pulse.
And to say that I regret my comments about
The Pulse.
What was that?
That's my favorite line from the movie Bears. And here's Duncan with the review.
Hey guys, I'm back. I got a brand new movie review for all you guys. And today, I'm going to review a 2014 Disney film. And no, I'm not going to review Frozen. Although in a shocking turn of events, I really liked that movie. But if you want to see my thoughts on that, you're going to have to go check out my YouTube channel. But that's another story for another day. Anyhow, today I'm going to review the 2014 Disney nature documentary, Bears. You heard me, Bears. So, the story. This movie follows Sky, a brand new mother bear and her two baby cubs, Amber and Scout, as they must travel from Alaska across Canada in hopes to find salmon so they won't go hungry during the winter. The acting. Well, Amber, Sky, and Scout, they all did a very good job playing bears. However, Magnus, a bear who shows up later on, he steals the show. He puts on this big bad bear sort of angle, and he just steals the show and makes everyone else look like they've never acted in their lives. He was that good. If anybody in this film was going to win an Oscar, it should be Magnus. Camera effects. This is where the movie comes out and shows you what a bloated, runaway nature documentary budget can do. And it shows you really well. We have some of the best camera angles, time-lapse, and camera movement that I have ever seen in a nature documentary. So, when it comes down to it, do you guys think I can recommend Bears? Totally. Now, I will say this. This film only runs 77 minutes long, so it's just over an hour. Unless you absolutely love nature documentaries like I do and you feel like you really want to see them in theaters, I would recommend wait till this thing comes out on DVD or Blu-ray, then get a digital copy of it or rent it or something, then watch it.
I'm fine. My claw, Mom, but what do you do if your claw gets stuck in the clamp?
I have one more movie review left to do before my job here is done. And I have been dreading it from the word go. You all know what I'm talking about. You guys have been asking for it, and I've been forced to do it. But you know what, you guys? I'm going to have to worry about that when that comes around. But until then, Bears was a fantastic movie. And until next time, This is Duncan for the Pulse saying, I will see you guys around.
As grade 12 students, we understand the importance
The extreme importance.
of planning ahead.
So while we should be improving our grades, accepting university offers, colleges offers, and apprenticeship, Jocelyn pesters the grade 12s about their plans after graduation. Here she is.
What are your plans after TD?
I'm planning to go to university and study chemical engineering.
Next year, I'm doing a one-year program called Out of Town, so I'm going to South Africa for second semester and across Canada for the first to work with the impoverished in different areas of the world.
And I'm taking a gap year.
I'm probably going to go to Western and do a Bachelor of Music in Voice Performance.
Go to university.
I have been accepted to Briarcrest up at Muskoka Woods, and I'll be doing program there for the arts, so I get to do my video and my music and my writing and my photography.
What is your favorite thing at TD?
The vending machine.
TD. Spare.
Probably my friends.
Teacher?
Don't know.
Definitely the math classes with Mr. Templeton and Ayrton. It's been good.
Hi, my name is Fatima Potacek, and you're watching The Pulse.
For your deal on the day-to-day, here's Olivia with the calendar of events.
On May 2nd, the Choral Festival is hosted by Woodland Christian High School in Breslau. May 6th is OXA Track and Field. Go Falcons! May 8th, there is an Exhibitions of Learning and Open House Night starting at 6:30. Friday, May 9th is a PD Day. On May 9th and 10th, it's the OXA Boys and Girls Soccer Tournaments. And May 12th, EDSB Learning Report number 3 is posted online. And that's your calendar of events.
Well, TD, that's all for this episode of The Pulse. Coming soon, the return of Hall Cops, a new TD music video, and a brand new segment called Stick to Your Word. From Emma and... Are you playing Clash?
Yeah.
From Emma and Wale. See you next time on The Pulse.
When the nighttime crashes in, look around beside you, babe, we're your friends. When you